A wonderful day to everyone and welcome to this channel. Hello grade 8 learners, this is your teacher on screen, Teacher Mel from the Eastern Samar National Comprehensive High School, and I'm inviting you all to another exciting learning experience right at the comfort of your home. Come with me as we take the journey of discovering the wonderful world of English 8. I'm sure you are now excited to learn the lessons in English 8. So come on, get your module, your pen and paper, and let's start to learn English. This module is developed based on the most essential learning competency presented in the Week 3 of the English 8 Curriculum Guide for the third quarter. The lesson found in this module is split into self-contained units with their own activities and notes for further reading. This lesson helps you on how to use parallel structures. It is also anchored with different activities that are highly engaging and thus helps you effectively understand the role to play of these structures in what they are doing in a sentence and guide you through your writing or giving a speech. Furthermore, in this module, the learner will be adept in improving their writings to a more consistent one and thus gives justice to the structure and context of the writing. The most essential learning competency or MELC covered in this module is using parallel structures. Objectives. Specifically, you are to number 1. Define parallel structures. Number 2. Familiarize the rules on parallel structures. Number 3. Express appreciation on the rules of parallel structures. Number 4. Differentiate coordinating conjunction from correlating conjunction. Number 5. Identify errors in parallel structures. And number 6. Write sentences using parallel structures correctly. In school, you are expected to write a lot of things, from essays to research work. To help keep ideas freely flow, you need to use appropriate conjunctions. Directions. Rewrite the following passages by filling the blank spaces with suitable linking words from the list given at the end of each passage. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. Typhoon Auring was expected to land in Caragal last February. Blank, the rescue team have to be ready on that day. Blank, those who live near the coastal areas, blank mountains were advised to evacuate. Blank, many of them did not listen. Number 2. Social media is one of the most powerful tools that we have today. Facebook, Twitter, blank, Instagram are just some of leading social media platforms. In just a click of a button, we can connect to people anywhere in the world. Shopping is blank, made easier through e-commerce. Blank, you don't need to go to the mall. Students can access videos. Blank makes learning more fun. Number 3. Tandang Sora lived a heroic life during the Spanish era. She was best known for nursing the wounded Andres Bonifacio, blank, some Katipuneros in 1896. Blank, she risked her life by providing food and shelter to the rebels. She was interrogated when she was captured by the Spaniards. Blank, she did not reveal the Katipunan hideout. Blank of this, she was deported to Guam. Number 4. Balangay, sometimes called as barangay, is a wooden boat found all over the Philippines used as a trading ships ever since the colonial era. Blank, one of the oldest balangay was carbon dated as early as 320 AD in Butuan City. Blank, it was also used as warship against colonizers, blank raiders. The balangay was proclaimed as the national boat, blank of its large historical and economic contributions. Let's check your answers. Do you like listening to songs? The next activity is just right for you. It's not just entertaining, but also educational. Have fun. Directions. Watch and listen to this music video. Then, pick out phrases or words joined by the conjunctions. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper.
Places deep where dark things sleep in hollow halls beneath the fells for ancient king and elvish lord. There many a gleaming golden they shaped and wrought, and light they caught to hide in gems on hilt of sword, on silver necklaces they strung the flooding stars. On crowns they hung the dragon fire in twisted wire. They meshed the light of moon and sun. Mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old. We must away ere break of day to claim our long-forgotten gold. Goblets they carved there for themselves, and
mountains gray, to dungeons deep and caverns dim.
We must away ere break of day to win our hearts and gold crowning. Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old.
To improve the clarity of your writing, it is important to remember the equality of your sentence structure. This module was designed to help you better understand the importance of using parallel structures. Parallel structure means using the same construction for sentence elements that are the same in function. Here are 3 rules to consider when checking for parallel structure in your writing. Number 1. Parallel structure should be used when elements are joined by coordinating conjunctions. Incorrect. I am allergic to the dog's hair and how it smells. Correct. I am allergic to the dog's hair and smell. Number 2. Parallel structures should be used when writing elements in the form of a list or series. Incorrect. The class valued respect, honesty, and being on time in a teacher. Correct. The class valued respect, honesty, and promptness in a teacher. Take note that if the sentence includes time signals that indicate the action happening at different time or will happen in the future, disregard this rule. Example: Edna is an industrious student, an obedient daughter, and a loyal friend. In the use of parallel structure, grammatical balance should be observed. If parallel structure is not observed, there will be a disruption of rhythm. Thus, there will be grammatical imbalance. Let's have more examples. Tony Gonzaga is a multi-talented celebrity. Singing, acting, and being a host are some of her talents. What do you think is the error in the sentence? You are correct. The answer is being a host. It is the error in the sentence. Explanation. In the list of talents that Tony Gonzaga has, 2 items are gerunds, or verbs being used as nouns like singing and acting, whereas being a host is a phrase. Thus, being a host does not fit with the parallel structure and should be changed to hosting. Let's have another example. I live in a condominium on a higher floor than my boss. What do you think is the error in the sentence? You are correct. The answer is boss. It is the error in the sentence. Explanation. Only like things can be compared. My apartment can be compared to that of my boss or my boss. So the correct sentence should be, I live in a condominium on a higher floor than my boss' apartment. Correlative conjunctions. Either or, neither nor, not but, not only but also, both and. To use parallel structure in a sentence, words or phrases joined together by correlative conjunctions should be of the same grammatical level or structure. Wrong. The mall requires not only wearing face masks but also face shields. Right. The mall requires wearing not only face masks but also face shields. Neither nor mistakes. The elements joined together by correlative conjunctions should be equal to achieve parallel structure. Examples. Wrong. For the talent contest, she neither wanted to sing nor to dance. Right. For the talent contest, she wanted neither to sing nor to dance. Either or mistakes. Examples. Wrong. Either you answer your modules or attending online classes. Right. Either you answer your modules or attend online classes. Parallelism is just easy, right? To put those lessons to test, answer the following activities and assessments. Activity 1. Directions. Make a sentence out of the following pairs of words or phrases. Write your answers in a separate sheet of paper. Example. Laughed and cried. Possible answer. She laughed at her jokes and cried at her misfortunes. Number 1. Cooked and cleaned. Number 2. Cleaning, cooking, and washing. Number 3. Studying but playing. Number 4. To study, to work, and to marry. Number 5. Not only sings but also plays. Assessment 1. Directions. Choose the letter that contains the phrases or words that make it parallel. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. During the lockdown, people were either baking, dancing, or blank. A. Garden. B. Gardening. C. Planted. D. Planting. Number 2. In my free time, I enjoy reading books more than blank. A. Watch movies. B. Watched movies. C. Watching movies. D. Will watch movies. Number 3. The mangoes that my mother bought from the market are fresh and blank. A. Sweet. B. Sweeter. C. Sweetest. D. Getting sweet. Number 4. Learning a new language is not only inspiring but also blank. A. Challenge. B. Challenging. C. Challenged. D. Will challenge. Number 5. There are a lot of activities you can do on the beach. You can build a sand castle, swim in the sea, or blank. A. Chill in the cottage. B. Chilling in the cottage. C. Chilled in the cottage. D. Will chill in the cottage. Activity 2. Directions. Read the sentences. Write P if the sentence is parallel and write NP if not parallel. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. These mangoes are ripe, juicy, and sweet. Number 2. A lot of tourists are expected to visit the beach and the museum. Number 3. Voters should not only be wise but also vigilant. Number 4. Organic vegetables are being sold in the market like eggplant, potato, carrots, and a lot of cabbage. Number 5. The beach is famous for its fine and white sand. Assessment 2. Directions. From your answers in Activity 2, copy the sentences that are not parallel and rewrite them to form coherent sentences. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Example: NP. The shampoo advertisement promises long, shiny, and fragrant hair. P. The shampoo advertisement promises long, shiny, and fragrant hair. Are you ready? Let's begin. Activity 3. Directions. Read the following sentences. Then, decide whether or not it contains an error in parallel structure. If the sentence has no error, write an E. If the sentence has an error, write E, then underline the word or phrase that ruins the sentence. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Examples: the children sweep the floor, wash the dishes, and water the plants every morning before they answer their modules. And E. No error. After answering their modules, Sheila likes watching TikTok videos while Jigo likes to play Mobile Legends. E. With error. Number 1. The house is not only warm but also cozy. Number 2. She met with her friends and talked to them. Number 3. Her mother noticed not only her lack of enthusiasm but also her lack of self-confidence. Number 4. Do you like milk, tea, or coffee? Number 5. A lot for students have raised their questions and a lot of concerns. Number 6. My grandmother is a great cook. She can either make you a delectable dessert or a sumptuous meal. Number 7. At the farm, my grandfather raises a lot of animals like chickens, cows, pigs, and several ducks. Number 8. For our class, we bought several school supplies including pen, fastener, stapler, and a lot of paper. Number 9. During summer vacation, we not only visited the farm but also the pond. Number 10. Her garden is full of blooming flowers and colorful butterflies. What have you learned? Now, check what you have learned. Answer the following questions. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. What are parallel structures? Number 2. What are the 3 rules to consider when using parallel structures in your writing? Number 3. Are using parallel structures in writing or in giving a speech important? Why? Number 4. What are the advantages and disadvantages of parallel structures in writing a composition? If you made it this far, congratulations! You are a step closer to the finish line. This time you have to show what you can do with what you have learned. Directions. Rewrite each of the following sentences, correcting any errors in parallelism. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Directions. Select the word or phrase that needs to be changed to make the sentence correct. Some sentences contain no error at all. Write only the letter of your best choice on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. After class hours, the students went to the plaza, to the mall, and home. A. After class. B. The students went. C. The plaza. D. And home. E. No error. Number 2. Public places require not only face masks but also wearing face shields. A. Public places. B. Not only. C. Face masks. D. Wearing face shields. E. No error. 3. In an earthquake, residents are advised to duck, to cover, and to hold. A. In an earthquake. B. To duck. C. To cover. D. To hold. E. No error. Number 4. Both the children and their mother love going to the park to see birds. A. The children. B. Their mother. C. Going to the park. D. To see birds. E. No error. Number 5. Raymond spends his summer fishing, camping, and a swim. A. Raymond spends. B. His summer. C. Fishing. D. A swim. E. No error. Number 6. Our sun is not only a dwarf star but also a green star. A. Sun. B. Is. C. A dwarf star. D. A green star. E. No error. 7. To live a healthy life, one must eat a well-balanced diet and exercise. A. To live. B. A healthy life. C. A well-balanced diet. D. Exercise. E. No error. Number 8. The farmers not only export rice but also coffee to certain parts of country. A. The farmers. B. Not only export. C. But also coffee. D. To certain parts. E. No error. Number 9. A conducive learning atmosphere requires noise-free environment, well-lit room, and ample space. A. Conducive learning. B. Noise-free. C. Well-lit room. D. Ample space. E. No error. Number 10. Being a prolific artist, he was able to compose a song, writing a poem, and paint portraits. A. A prolific artist. B. He was able. C. Compose a song. D. Writing a poem. E. No error. 11. The heavy rainfall caused severe flooding and landslide. A. Heavy rainfall. B. Cause. C. Severe flooding. D. Landslide. E. No error. Number 12. Glenn wanted either soup or vegetable for dinner. A. Wanted. B. Soup. C. Vegetables. D. Dinner. E. No error. Number 13. Cacao beans are roasted in low temperature to become cacao powder and make cacao nibs. A. Are roasted. B. Low temperature. C. Cacao powder. D. Make cacao nibs. E. No error. 14. The mangoes from Guimaras are fresh, sweet, and juicy. A. Mangoes. B. Fresh. C. Sweet. D. Juicy. E. No error. 15. Filipino fiesta is characterized not only by colorful parades but also by delicious meals. A. Filipino fiesta. B. Characterized. C. Colorful parades. D. Delicious meals. E. No error. Here's an additional activity. Just one last step for this module. Have you seen a Mojave tree? What are its distinct characteristics? What things can you compare it with? Directions. Read the following essay and answer the questions that follow. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Grow and Be Like the Mojave by Manuel L. Quezon. Manuel L. Quezon was the first president of the Philippines. He was a member of the Philippine Assembly in 1907 to 1909, Resident Commissioner to the U.S. Congress in 1909 to 1916, and President of the Philippine Senate in 1916 to 1935. He was elected President on September 17, 1935. As President of the land, Quezon worked hard for the independence of our country, the development of the people, and for a national language. National strength can only be built on character. A nation is nothing more or less than its citizenry. It is the people that make up a nation, and therefore a nation cannot be stronger than its component parts. Their weakness is its failings, their strength its power. Show me a people composed of vigorous, sturdy individuals of men and women, healthy in mind and body, courteous, brave, industrious, self-reliant, and purposeful in thoughts as well as in actions, imbued with sound patriotism and a profound sense of righteousness, with high social ideals and strong moral fibers, and I will show you a great nation that will not be submerged, a nation that will emerge victorious from trials and bitter strife of a distracted world, a nation that will live forever, sharing the common task and advancing the welfare and promoting the happiness of mankind. The upward climb of mankind has been universal. In the human landscape, there are peaks and valleys and deep chasms. Generally, there is a need for potent social upheavals, a volcanic in proportions to raise the lower levels to grow at heights. The battle for existence and the survival of the fittest is ever the rule of life, in nature and among men. It is a heroic task to awaken and apply these faculties so that our people should become what rightly they should be, morally virile, refined, persevering, public-spirited. I want our people to grow and be like the Mojave, strong and resilient, unafraid of the raging flood, the lightning or the storm, confident of its own strength. We are Orientals. Orientals are known for their passivity and placidity. In the world of humanity, we look upon a quiet lake from which adventurous and enterprising may reap enjoyment and gain. I refuse to allow Filipinos to be so regarded. We shall be a flowing stream, a rippling brook, a deep and roaring torrent full of life, of hope, of faith, and of strength. Through self-discipline, we shall harness all our energies so that our power spreading over the length and breadth of this land will develop its resources, advance its culture, promote social justice, and secure happiness and contentment to all the people under the aegis of liberty and peace. Congratulations everyone for a fun-filled learning experience. Join me again next time as we take the journey of discovering the wonderful world of English 8. This has been Teacher Mel saying, education is your weapon in helping build our nation. Please click the subscribe button for more video lessons. Stay safe, God bless, and goodbye everyone.